Hey, welcome back, folks, and we're continuing the discussion, and I guess I'm gonna put in my few cents on this shit. Now, what do I think about video games and pretty much the fandom? I mean, I'm still pretty freaking, I'm still holding true to what I said. I mean, this gen, as far as this gen goes, I don't think it's not really as great as everyone puts it out. It's got its good, it's got its bad, but I'm really not impressed with it. And in terms of the fans, you got the people that don't know what games are, and people have forgotten what games are. But that's aside from the point. When I think of video game fan bases and stuff like that, it always goes back to the FPS fanboys and stuff like that. It's like fanboys of that, fanboys of RPGs, fanboys of wow. Fanboys of a lot of things. But if there's anything that if there's been a fan base that's really, I gotta say, it's had me sit there and go, what the fuck? Even to this day, it's gotta be the Sonic fanboy, the Sonic fan base. I have to go with that. Frickin', I mean, what can really be said about this? I mean, Sonic started off as pretty much as a side-scrolling adventure game that was, let's be honest here. It was just another one of those side-scrolling games that was under Mario's shadow. Why I say this is because, I mean, despite the fact that Mario and Sonic did have their differences, even back then, it was still pretty much the same formula: platforming, killing people by jumping on their heads. Still, it was still a pretty good series, and it had some good games. It was Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic CD, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. And most people think that the series pretty much ended with their once it transitioned into freaking 3D, it was like, yeah. But when I think about the fan base, it's like I've seen people argue over some stupid shit, such as people arguing over which Mario game was better, people that argue about which FPS series is better. But the one thing that really sticks with me with the Sonic base is they've got to be the only fan base that argues over the stupidest shit. I don't know if
the voices should be done by the original. I hope the original voice actor dies and his son does too.
You're fucking retarded. It's shit like that. It's exactly shit like that brings me up to this point. It's like they've got to be the only fan base that argues over minuscule fucking shit. I mean, case in point number one had to be the voiceover wars. For those who weren't around for I guess the couple of months around 2008 from between early 2000 no late 2007 early 2008, there was like this war going around with the people that were fans of Brian Drummond, the person who was the original voiceover for Sonic.
Cause that's no good.
The original voiceover for Sonic when he was from Sonic Adventure onto Sonic until Sonic Heroes. And then you had Jason Griffith, who was pretty much the voiceover for the 4Kids rendition of Sonic X.
And that's no good.
And all the Sonic games after Shadow the Hedgehog. And you had people sit there and oh my fucking god. You had people sit there and argue over which voiceover was better. And you had actually...
Doesn't Orochi have such a beautiful voice?
And you had people, actually had friendships torn apart over stupid shit like that. I'm still looking about it like, you're ending friendships over a difference of, number one, opinion, and voiceovers that shouldn't even really matter in a video game.
Where was this war when, Goku decided to be the voice of Lucario? He should remain Goku! No, he's cool as Lucario!
And you know what, and it's like, it just goes back. It just goes to show that, fanboys and fangirls can really destroy a fucking series. And when you look back on it, it goes back to case in point number one. You go back to that, when you go over to the little war, one name just seems to pop up the most. Do you guys happen to know what that name is?
No, good sir, please enlighten me.
let's not even beat around the bush with that shit. I'm talking about one of the main stars of this war, Spax 3. Now I don't even know the guy, but there's enough shit on him all over YouTube, all over the internet. Period. That just tells you about this man's character.
Don't you know how famous I am on the internet?
E-famous. Now, I'm not going to discuss what's been going on in terms of him as recently and all this other shit. That's not what we're here. That's what I'm not going to discuss about him. I'm only going as far as what was going on with the Sonic fan base with him going around. Now, I don't know if he was the originator or the original perpetrator of this, but he was pretty much one of the main star players as to who started the supposed Sonic Wars. It was just... Now,
did he run at the beginning? Did he start the war run off like a little bitch?
That's what I keep hearing about. But when you hear about Sonic fanboys and Sonic fan wars and stuff like that, his name pops up the most. All right. First things foremost, it's like, now from what I've seen from the dude, the guy did reviews and his general opinions about shit like that. I'm like, whatever. That really isn't the case with that shit. But like I said, he was like one of the main perpetrators of that fucking war. It's like, this is the guy this is the only dude I can think of that would get butthurt over some guy taking over the voice of a fictional character that's aimed towards children.
Keep in mind, that's the key word there. Fictional character.
And I'm not just gonna pick on him. I'm picking on everyone else who decided to jump on that bandwagon and just go off on this whole little war and stuff like that, because it was honestly, you gotta look back on it.
But don't you know, they're bandwagon fans. That's what they do. What? So we're studying what? They're cool. We're gonna follow right behind them.
I mean, you gotta look back on it. You're starting a war over a voiceover. I don't know. Doesn't that come off a bit as I don't know. Can any of you come up with a word?
Pathetic?
No, but I can come up with a statement. Guess what? The other person that y'all fighting over, they still getting money. What the fuck y'all doing? Just getting butthurt complaints and other people that just want to bitch at you all day.
I look at it like this. If the actors are not complaining about it, why are y'all running your mouths complaining about it? It makes no sense. And they're not bitching and moaning on, but it's my job. I've been done. They don't care. They got their money.
Don't tell them how to do their fucking job, motherfuckers.
What he says. Perfect.
Oh, because 4 kids destroyed. Look,
4 kids destroyed.
4 kids destroyed a lot of things, but you don't see us sitting there and bitching and moaning and complaining about it.
Complain about One Piece.
At
least not online.
Yeah, we complain when we're around each other.
But all right, putting the whole Spax 3 thing aside, it's like, as far as how I feel about the 2 voiceovers, I have no favoritism towards it. They both did their jobs, and they both did their jobs well. But what was killing Sonic isn't the voiceovers. The fans, they're part of the problem. But what's really I'm just looking at Sonic like is the gameplay. The gameplay is what's been suffering, and it's been going on since he's gone into 3D. I'm not gonna say, oh my god, it just threw off. Some of the games were good, but many of them had their problems, and most of them were consisting of glitches, camera angles, and the classic one that a lot of people want to throw out, the introduction of all these friends. Now, if a game is called Sonic the Hedgehog, it should be just about Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not saying the friends can't play a role in it, but they shouldn't overshadow him the way that they've done from Sonic Adventure.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Like from Sonic Adventure all the way to Sonic 06. Now they haven't been making as much of an impact as they've done since then. I mean, with the exception of, Sonic Chronicles. Sonic Chronicles, well, it's an RPG. You're gonna need a party.